Hello everybody, my name is Ali and I'm a traveller. I'm employed by the Tipperary Rural Travel Project. I'm also employed by North Tip Travel Project. I am a youth worker in both jobs and I am a mother with 2 children who are also here today. I have worked with traveller men and women on a weekly basis, which involves computer skills, literacy skills and physical exercise. I am currently working with 3 groups in Clonmel since the end of March 2018. We have 5 young traveller leaders who are also employed by Tipperary. I am currently working with 3 groups in Clonmel since the end of March 2018. We have 5 young traveller leaders who are also employed by the Tipperary Rural Travel Project. They also help with the young men's groups and the young women's groups, where we create a space for the young people aged between 9 and 15. Some of the issues that we have come up with resolve around school. We have 60 young people in total. A lot of what we do involves teaching young people life skills, communication skills and solving problems, and making the right decisions. This then leads to improvements in self-confidence and self-esteem. They then feel positive about themselves and it gives them better hope for the future. What happens then is that the young people become the agents of change in their own lives and in their community. The aim of the Tipperary Rural Travel Project Travellers Programme is to empower young travellers to build a better future by creating with them a space where they can come together to unlock their potential, come up with their solutions through their challenges and develop their own unique voices. The statistics sum up the challenges for young travellers in 2018. 1 in 10 Irish travellers died by suicide out of anger and despair. 13% of travelling children complete secondary school, and 84% of travellers are unemployed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you my 5 young leaders, which is James O'Reilly, William McCarthy, Ned O'Reilly, Kate McCarthy, and Sarah Jane O'Reilly.
Hello everyone, my name is James O'Reilly. I am a member of the travelling community. I'm from Thurles, County Tipperary, and I am a volunteer young leader for the TRTP. I would like to talk to you about discrimination and the effects it has on the travelling community. As most of you know, discrimination is getting bigger and bigger all over the world. One of the most worrying things about it is it's becoming more accepted in today's world. It's going on all around us, and most people are acting like it's normal. Discrimination is far from normal, and I think enough is enough. We get called lazy knackers. All we want to do is sit around all day and wait for the dole. This couldn't be further from the truth. 99% of the time, the reason we sit around doing nothing is because we think we're stupid, useless, and incapable of doing anything useful. But a lot of this has to do with us not getting a proper education. And the reason we don't get an education is because of the discrimination and being treated like a piece of dirt when we do go to school. Everyone's staring at you, calling you a dirty knacker. Why are you coming to the school? You shouldn't be here. Some people go out of their way to call you names and make you feel uncomfortable in your school environment. And unfortunately, this happens on a daily basis all over the world, let alone Ireland. And of course, if you get into fights for being bullied or called names, you're the first one to be called to the principal's office while the other person gets away with it. Unfortunately, this is a vicious circle that repeats itself time and time again. This is the reason that a lot of young travellers end up leaving school and giving up on their education. Because it's too much pressure, it's easier to just leave because it's been drove into our brains from a young age that there's no point in us going to school or getting an education because we're never going to amount to anything anyway. I know all this because I myself experienced it firsthand. I was always treated different just because I was a traveller. It wasn't because I was unable for school or because I was stupid. I was well able for school and I got exceptionally good results in my work. But of course none of this mattered because I was still just some dirty napper. So I ended up giving in to all the pressure and I left school just a few months before my leaving cert. Looking back on it now, it was one of the worst mistakes I ever made. I wish I had finished my leaving cert, but I do realise now, of course, it's not to the end of the world. It's not too late. I can and I will go back and finish my leaving cert. I wish I could go back in time and tell myself, don't give in. Don't let the discrimination and the name calling get to you. Don't let the racist, narrow-minded people win. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, I'm very proud to be a young traveller and a leader for the TRTP, because I know there are more travelling children right now going through the same thing I went through. And I'm glad I have the opportunity to help them and let them know they're not worthless and they have as much right to an education as anyone else. And they should be proud of who they are, not ashamed of it. Myself and the other young leaders are always here if they want to talk. Thank you for your time.
Hello everyone, my name is William McCarthy. I'm employed as a young leader on TRTP. I work on Monday evenings and Saturday mornings. I love working with young travellers because I work to show young travellers that there's something there for them and have the same chance and the rights just the same as any other person. A lot of young travellers don't believe in themselves as much as they should because they've been stereotyped and ran down all of their lives. If they look for a job or have an interview, they don't feel confident and keep doubting themselves. Being a young leader feels like it's your good deed done for the week because you're helping out young travellers that feel like there is nothing out there for them. TRTP is saving young people's lives and it's a great youth group open for young people from the travelling community after school to discuss important issues and to make them feel wanted. I'm also involved in other youth groups in County Tipperary. My mother works in the youth club in Littleton and she came home one evening and told me her boss, Catherine Donaghy, mentioned an AGM meeting for Borland and Oak, which is a youth council by Tipperary County Council. It was in the Arlo House Hotel. She said to my mother that she would love to see a young traveller from Littleton to go for an election. It's very rare to see a young travelling boy to do anything like this, and as soon as I heard about it, I wanted to get involved straight away. I said, yeah, Mommy, tell Catherine to put my name down. I was very nervous, but luckily enough I got elected, and this is now my second year in Borland. I'm also on the Junior Board of Management, and on the 29th of this month I am going to Greece in a youth exchange for 8 days. In school I felt like I didn't get treated like a traveller, but many of my cousins did. I did my junior cert with 2 of my cousins and they had both dropped out now. I've just finished 5th year and I'm going into 6th year. There's 122 students in my year. I go to the CBS secondary school in Thurles, which is an all-boys school, and I am the only traveller in my year. Most travellers don't realise how many doors education can actually open for them, and it's not their fault because they've been isolated and discriminated against for so long. When I complete my leaving cert, I want to go for an arts degree, which is teaching. I would like to study this in Mary Immaculate College in Limerick. Hopefully I will get the points. Thanks for this.
Hello, my name is Ned O'Reilly. I'm from Thurles, County Tipperary. I'm 18 years old and I'm a member of the travelling community. I'm employed by TRTP and I'm a youth leader for the young travellers. The topic I'd like to talk about today is mental health issues amongst the young travelling community. It's a topic not talked about much in our community, but it affects a lot of the young travellers. The roots of most of our community's mental health issues starts off with being discriminated against from an early age. This affects us throughout our lives. It starts off as early as primary school, throughout secondary school and onto our workplaces if we make it that far. A lot of young travellers drop out of school at a young age because discrimination gets too much to handle, which leads to not having an education, and this makes it very difficult for travellers to get a job. It's hard enough not to get work as it is due to discrimination that's going on a daily basis in this country. But when you have no education alongside it, it's almost impossible to get a job. You can see how this can affect people's lives and lead to depression. It's sad to think that so many young travellers turn to alcohol, drugs, and unfortunately even suicide because it all gets too much to handle. Travellers are human beings just like everybody else and shouldn't be treated any differently. We may have different lifestyles and our own culture, but we deserve the same human rights as the next person. We are equally important, and it's not fair how differently our community is treated. Wouldn't it be nice to live in a world where young people in our community weren't being bullied to the extent where it's easier for them to end their own lives than to deal with the issue? Some people wouldn't care, they'd say one less knacker. But what if it was their sons or daughters or brothers or sisters? How would they feel? Discrimination is bullying, it's pure hate, and no one should ever have to feel so low or worthless about themselves or their community. These issues are real and need to be dealt with immediately. We can't save those we've already lost due to mental illness, but we can try to help those going through it now and create a bigger, brighter future for the young travelling community. Thank you for listening.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kate McCarthy. I am one of the travelling girls employed by Tipperary Rural Traveller Project. I love working with the young traveller kids. I also love the fact that they can look up to me. My parents brought me up to always be proud of who I am. I'm very proud of our unique culture. I never faced discrimination in school, but I often heard the name knacker getting called. I would never let it get to me, and I would always stick up for myself. I have very good friends from the settled community as well as travellers. I would never deny who I am just to fit in. There's good and bad in everybody. I am who I am and I can't change that. I never really thought about going to college, but I love seeing young travellers chasing their ambitions and dreams. It's a very rare thing to see, but yet so heart-touching. To know that someone from our community are breaking the barriers and going far in life. I'd love to see young travellers to even do their leaving cert. At least that alone is a big achievement. If they never went to college, because a lot of people in the later years regret not doing their leaving cert to get a job or get employed. So it's nice to at least do your leaving cert. Me personally, I don't really have any plans after school, but I am doing my leaving cert, so I will have to fall back on in the future. At the moment, I am sitting my junior cert. I have just one more day left. That's all I have to say for today. Thank you for listening. Enjoy the rest.
Hello everybody, my name is Sarah Jane O'Reilly. I am 16 years old. I go to Laurel Secondary School from I'm going into my 6th year of secondary school. I would like to do a third course level and I am only looking at my options. I like school. I like the fact that I have an education and it will help me in my future. I feel sorry for some young travellers who didn't get as far as myself in secondary school. I also spend the most part of my time helping at home and I am part-time employed as a young leader for the TRTP. I am very proud to be a traveller, but sometimes I feel we have a lot of problems. Most travellers hold a lot in and I feel like we need to talk more. I also feel we are treated differently. As in sometimes I go into a shop and I feel like I'm being looked at just because I'm a traveller. That's right. I enjoy working. I feel confident that I can make a living. Work has given me a sense of purpose. I also enjoy working with younger traveller children. I love the fact they can look up to me as a role model and come talk to me if they need to. It gives them something to do and someone to talk to. Thank you for your time. I would like to invite Ali back up to the stage.
I'd like to say thanks to my 5 leaders. And before I go, I would like to read to you all a quote from a young girl's funeral who passed away by suicide earlier this year from the county. We are surrounded by some genuinely and amazing people. with tremendous strength and beautiful hearts. But alas, we also walk among children, teenagers and adults alike who are broken inside. They need our sympathy, not our reactions. Mental health is a serious and desperate issue that has gripped not only our culture, but it's an epidemic all over the world. We need to learn a better way. We need compassion and understanding. We need to let go of the negativity and fill our hearts with love and laughter. Thank you, everybody.